Oh, how cool would it be? Okay, maybe I'm like thinking way too ahead and way too like methodical. How funny would it be if he like enters a dungeon, gets into like a really risky situation, but like knows that it's going to be bad, so he avoids doing his training for that day, so it whisks him out of the dungeon, out of that immediate danger, and puts him into whatever this danger is, and he has like a better chance of survival maybe. That shit would go crazy. He's playing 4D chess if he does something like that. All right, this is where I'm told that the anime takes off. Yeah, you got messed up in the last episode. Yeah, and then we got like a revive thing. Yeah, there he is. He's alive. Okay, cool. Your arm's back. Legs are back. Not bad. Good as new. As curious as I am to watch Jin-woo live his new life now, the people that did make it out, I want there to be some type of interaction. It can be saved for next episode. It doesn't have to be this episode, but I need to know what they're all gonna do, because they all have this memories now. Because I think the other three, if they saw Mr. Song carrying Ju-hee out and leaving Sung behind, would probably flip out, right? So I want to know what happened there. Unconscious for 3 days makes me think that like everything kind of just goes on as normal. Oh, and they all retain their injuries, so it's just him that got like fixed up. Yeah, that's gotta be traumatizing, especially because she had to get knocked out. It just disappeared? I had just assumed that this like god room would have been knowledge between like everyone in the Hunters Association. I didn't realize that this is going to be like a one-time special thing for Jin-woo. Wait, that's crazy. He has to explain that to people now. Oh, so they do, wait, they might have known about it. It's a phenomenon like in their world. That's definitely what they experience. It's just gonna be still at the bottom. I guess, like, all that makes sense. He's still at the bottom. 10's gotta be tiny, right? Because they can't see it? Duh. How are you just gonna spring that up on us? Sister? Gina? Jin-ah? Classic younger sister in the anime. He's like not even being discreet about it, which is like interesting. I don't know, maybe because I don't have a younger sister, but if I had just almost had a near-death experience, my like family would be in the hospital at all times. Like I don't think they'd leave the bed, like the hospital bedside. Is that not a crazy reaction for her just to be like, you're fine? I guess she doesn't technically know what he's been through, but I still feel like that's crazy. Oh, he's gotta work out. Toxic. 10K? This penalty is about to be gruesome. See, this also proposes the conflict because now there's no explanation. Because at least if he had, which he did have his like second awakening thing, but had they have known that, then that kind of like fills the void of like what happened. But now they have no idea what happened. That's interesting. I thought he was gonna lie about it, but them not being able to figure it out, I think kind of saves Jin-woo's character a little bit from having to be deceptive, which is nice. Oh, these gates just open up in the middle of the street? I don't know what I was expecting. I gotta remember that this anime is set in like a real world, because I keep thinking it's like in these fantasy worlds where they have to like go off into like the mountains and explore these caves, and then they find like these gates. This shit just opened up in the middle of a highway. That's crazy. Strength quest failure. Oh god. Just get teleported? What a fucking nightmare to just get teleported in front of fucking Obelisk the Tormentor red version. Goal, survive 4 hours? You gotta survive for 4 hours? Jesus Christ. Oh, he does disappear. I wasn't sure if it was going to be like, it was like a dream or like a nightmare that he's like locked into now, and he's going to still appear like normal to everyone in the outside world, but him getting teleported out of here kind of goes crazy, because that'll set up some really cool shit in the future, I'm sure. It also like increases the stakes, because if he's like doing something important close to like midnight or the end of the day or whenever it triggers, and he gotta hit his goal before he gets whisked away, then. Oh, and if he can get whisked out of a dungeon, oh, how cool would it be? Okay, maybe I'm like thinking thinking way too ahead and way too like methodical. How funny would it be if he like enters a dungeon, gets into like a really risky situation, but like knows that it's going to be bad, so he avoids doing his training for that day, so it whisks him out of the dungeon, out of that immediate danger, and puts him into whatever this danger is, and he has like a better chance of survival. Maybe that shit would go crazy. He's playing 4D chess if he does something like that. But you gotta run around for 4 hours. Yeah, 10K doesn't sound so bad now. Oh, there's more than one too? Oh, good luck. He's just fine the next day. Some water, some rest. Is that the one in the middle of the highway? Oh shit, just getting called in. The way that they're kind of setting up these like gates is like you're dead ass getting like called into work. That's that's so unfortunate. This really is like a day job. It's not like a for fun thing. Yeah, you gotta do his training. He ain't gonna experience that ever again. So this is good because now that he has an excuse to do his training every single day, right? Without it being like undermined. Now that he's experienced this like horrible, awful thing, he's never gonna want to go through that again. I want to know what happens when he completes his training. Does he get rewarded, or does he just avoid punishment? Oh, asking you shall receive. Wait. At least for me, the worst part about exercising for me is like the aftermath where I'm just like tired and sore for like X amount of time. That's the hard part. I would work myself into the ground every single workout if I could just fully recover and feel like nothing happened after and still regain like the positives. Why would you ever skip this then? No, you meathead. Your current best strength is your brain. I guess maybe he needs to like average it out a little bit, get some strength to match his brain, but there's an intelligence stat right there. I do want to see him like learn by trial though, on like what stats he needs. I also like the idea that he's like not a gamer and that his sister was the gamer, so that he doesn't really have any like experience with like min-maxing and stuff like that. Random loot box? Is it always a positive? Is that key? An instance dungeon? Is that like a timer on it? He's like, or nah. There's also like a new dynamic where like if he needs to find time out of his day to like just disappear for a little bit, you know? That's also really interesting on how he's gonna manage that. Unless he starts just like telling people. Oh, it's his mom. Are they in the same hospital? I guess that makes sense. Just go into a coma? Eternal sleep disease? My guy, that's called death. 1 in every several 10,000 people, and his mom rolled it, and he also rolled being like the weakest hunter in all of existence. What an unlucky family. What does the sister have? There are theories that it's caused by continual exposure to mana. They're gonna try and brush that off like this was just like a quick thing that's said in passing, but I bet you that's bigger than it actually is. I bet you Jin-woo has like some exceptional mana force that he can like harness, but just can't tap into it yet, and that's why his rating comes up as 10. Yeah, also, how did he get approved if he was 60 lower than the E rank hunter average? He's just gonna disappear in the middle of the street. Someone has to see him, right? Did you really think you could walk back out? Hello, who are you? Oh, she's from the subway. Gotcha. I was like, who is this bitch that's just randomly here already? She has the same power? You cannot exit the dungeon. You must either defeat the boss or use a teleportation stone. Do we have any of those? We don't have any of those, so guess you're beating that boss. Goblins? Yeah, more goblins. Surely this is just the warm-up. You can handle 3 goblins. This is time to get your revenge. Ah, good choice choosing goblins, right? That's like the most beatable thing that he's recently come across. So it's like he's getting the run back. There you go, good dodge. Weave. Good block. See, you struggled with 1 goblin, now you're taking on 3, no problem. Already an improvement. There you go. That's 1 down. He's now the Goblin Slayer. Yeah. Okay, 2. Okay, knife flip. And there's 3. Not bad, Jin-woo, not bad. Oh, that's not a goblin though. What in the dire wolf? Oh, it broke his blade. Oh, okay. You gotta punch this thing in the teeth. It's got a metal jaw. Steel fanged lichen? Yeah, no shit, that's stronger than the goblins. Look at it. You mean your legs won't move? Okay, realistically, that statue is way scarier than this dog. They're flexing the animation right here. You're not gonna show me what? Not again. No, I can't. No, I can't take this series. I won't be able to take it if you keep ending episodes like this, Solo Leveling. I swear to God, you cannot keep doing this to me where you leave us on an action point for a full week. I can't handle it. If you missed last week of Solo Leveling, or you want to check out my free run reactions, then you'll want to click the video or the playlist in the end card.